Airplane. Okay, this is quite a tough penultimate level, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we get a great soundtrack here. Let's listen what it is. Oh, yeah. So the secret here is to stay towards the left. The game, as we can see, has given us a lot of coloured signals. And they throw you a lot. And they are programmed specifically to throw you more than usual here. Just to fuck you over. And get you over the edge. You don't want to be towards the right hand side here. There you go yet again. And what we're aiming for here, to be honest, that's nice, is to end this part without losing life. As he throws me again. Was there a red signal in the old Streets of Rage games? I can't remember. I just remember yellow and green. Maybe purple? Is that a thing? Have I made that up? Oh my god, and now we get pink ones of these guys. If I didn't hate them already, enough as it was, we get pink ones now. Kappa Pride. You know, it's only a matter of time before Twitch ban that. You know, like, if I'm in Lord Harris's stream, avoiding the puddle, if there is a black character, they will all post the "come on, bruh" emote. If there is a gay character, Kappa Pride will be used. They're always... Oh, there we go. I fucking knew I'd end up going down the pit. They're always used sarcastically. They're always really used in good faith, but I get the feeling that lovely. The people who own Twitch and the higher-ups really don't like that kind of thing. I mean, they're banning people for no reason now. That website is just absolutely horrendous. A Mixer. I made a Mixer account a few months ago. I thought it was garbage, and now it's getting closed down. Integrating with Facebook gaming, apparently. Well, I'm certainly not going to be gaming on my personal Facebook. I mean, I deactivated my account. I still got an account. It's not deleted, but it is deactivated, so I'm not on there at the moment, and I wouldn't want people that I know, family-wise and shit like that, and just knowing that I make video game Let's Plays online and stuff. It's not something that I want to do, so if I did make an account with this new Facebook gaming, whatever's replacing Mixer, and it'd be on a different account. Right, these bitches need to go. But yeah, Twitch is just horrendous these days. I've been complaining about it for years. Pretty tough part, especially in your first playthrough, because those female enemies who lob the bombs, these shock ones, they've got a great radius and they're just vulgar. Oh yeah. That's something they could have done on this game though, you know, like with the projectiles and shit. They could have made it that, and the bombs, that the other enemies, oh, that move is just so fucking vulgar, man. Weren't affected by it, but they are affected by it, and I really like that. And the boss of this level, Chapter 11, I'm not going to give it away right now, but all I'm going to say is it really pays to be playing as a fast character, because first time I ever played the game I thought it was really easy, and then subsequently with certain characters he's actually gotten harder. And like I say, for me it all depends on who you're playing as. With Cherry it really should be okay because she's very quick. Probably best to take out those guys first, really. No! Throw it! I didn't mean to... Fucking stupid. I think I'm gonna drop the bomb. Like Jamiroquai in 2005, ladies and gentlemen. 7 days in sunny June. I think I'm gonna drop the bomb. And it is June right now, but it's been anything but sunny because it's been pissing it down for the last week. And apparently it's going to piss it down for the next week as well. What an absolutely, typically miserable, pathetic summer this joke of a country is providing us once again. That pink one looks like she's been on the sunbed for way too long, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the double head slap there, that was sick. Well, this is very much a let's play and not a walkthrough, ladies and gentlemen, but I will give you a little bit of advice here. I'm going to have to get this turkey now. Behind this area, as you can see, there is a star. A hidden secret star. Behind this table, as you can see, they're both waiting for me. And you got to be quick, otherwise that guy will shoot you. Because that's what the game exactly wants. But ladies and gentlemen, what's better than 1 or 2 mistresses? 3. Let's get it done. A good start. We got Stiletto, we got Queen, and what's the other one? Belle. It's supposed to be a fighting video game, but I think many a gentleman has had this dream. And it isn't a nightmare, I'll tell you that much. I always remember, actually, with these enemies, it was bizarre, and I have no idea why it happened, but they used to go on their knees, and you couldn't like damage or attack them for a bit, and then they just came back until you killed them. I'm not entirely sure what that was about. Maybe it was, back in 91 or 92, the game's way of saying, welcome to the circus of value. Maybe it was the game's like way of saying, this is a female enemy, you can't damage her the same way. Whereas these days we've got equality and shit, and so we can kill females just the same with bats and brutal punches and whatever. But yeah, this guy, Mr. Y is difficult when you're a slow character because the second phase is more difficult than the first phase, as is usually the case in this game, but you can get to him before he shoots his gun there. And then he's got the rocket launcher attack, which shouldn't be as difficult as the handgun, but I got hit anyway. Welcome to the Circus of Value. Can't wait for Bioshock 4, ladies and gentlemen. They're probably going to make it open world. It's a crazy world, I'll tell you that much. I most probably don't need to use my star moves on this guy, but I am going to. Rock on! Could that be an A rank? Come on, game, give me an A. Wow. 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 A C rank. There I am anticipating an A and I get a C. How pathetic. Mr. Y's fuming. But anyway, the Y Island, as we can see, it's a different location. And what do we have for the retro soundtrack here? Oh, actually as well, yes, I am just going to do... Oh my lord, it's the Expander. This is the ultimate glow stick anthem on Streets of Rage. It is unbelievable. You can imagine the strobe lights as well with this kind of track. Epilepsy, here I come. For me, this is like, just how on earth was this created in 1992 on a 16-bit system? And perhaps this was more the style that Yuzo Koshiro wanted to do for Streets of Rage 3, but I'm sure some people disagree, but I just cannot get into that soundtrack at all. Got tons of biker chicks coming up. I'm missing that first knife hit is not going to help. There's actually quite a lot of female enemies on this game. Oh my god. Wow. Look at this! I reminded myself of Mr. G-Star then. Not many videos go by without me at least mentioning him once these days, because I want people to find him, because he got very popular. Oh my, I'm going to drop it. There you go, first time in the run, I've dropped a star move on something else other than a boss. Wow, that is absolutely vulgar. But yeah, Mr. G-Star, he got very popular in the years before he quit YouTube, seemingly. He just left and never really explained as to where he'd gone. July 2018 was his last video. He's not got a social media presence, but I really reminded myself of him there. Yeah, that's absolute fucking bullshit. That move is ridiculous. Yeah, just spam attack it again. Just keep spam attacking it. Did you see how that rock-on attack didn't even give me iframes? Like, this is ridiculous. These enemies are so much more savage than the ones earlier in the game. Whoa, why did that not get both of them? Yeah, you don't really want to separate these two because they both go on opposite sides of the screen and shoot you. You see, it's easy to know it's coming, but it's harder to avoid it. But that's what they're programmed to do. There's a lot of bullshit AI in this game. A lot of bullshit AI. Here's a new mechanic. I mean, we're in the last chapter of the game now. And we've still got new mechanics, which is cool. A new melee weapon and a sword. And I've also got to talk about the length of this game. Obviously, if most modern gamers or most modern devs had their way, they'd have probably made Streets of Rage 4 an open world game with RPG elements, because that's just what has to happen these days, of course. But this game is definitely longer than Streets of Rage 2. I'd say perhaps the longest Streets of Rage game. Oh my god, this is absolutely insane. What is going on here? Right, get him, get him, get him. Nice. Wow, okay, so he doesn't just jump down once, game. He jump. What? What? You can't just keep jumping around. So jump around. Wow, that is just vulgar. Even with the extra life here, this is absolute fucking shit. That move is just ridiculous, game, and I think you need to sort it out. Now, if I hadn't given myself that extra life, would have been down to our last life, and I don't think I'd have been able to complete it without having to restart. Oh my god, there are some tough parts coming up. Famous last words, but ladies and gentlemen, allow a motherfucker a bit of time to concentrate here. Just got an extra life. Those guys remind me of the ninjas in the Streets of Rage 2. They're supposed to be based on them. This part is insane. Forgot that happens. They actually hit their teammates. There ain't no teammates on the Streets of Rage, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that much. Gormand. Oh, Big Ben just comes in from fucking nowhere, wipes everyone out. You fat bastard. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you can do a notorious BIG and give me the loot, because there's a lot of it. Extra life in 4,000. And should be good. Now, before the last boss, we've got this. A fight with Miss Y. And that soundtrack is shit. So we're going to change to this, which is pretty good. Famous last words, of course, but this definitely isn't one of the... Game, what are you doing? Isn't one of the hardest fights in the game. And if it goes bad, it's because I'm a 20 IQ thinker. I'm a level 1, 20 IQ kind of guy. Because that move is quite vulgar, but yeah, this isn't one of the harder fights in the game. Of course, earlier on I used a star move. Kind of wish I hadn't. Nope. The last boss, well, if you haven't guessed, it's Mr. and Mrs. Y. Together, Miss Y, I should say. And Mr. Y gets in a machine and starts attacking you with its legs, and it's just hard to avoid. It's hard to know how to not get attacked by him. A lot more than earlier in the playthrough. I'm now starting to... Wow. Use the sprint button to run around, as you can see. I don't care what anyone says, but with a game like this, to sprint, it's easier with a D-pad than the analog. Those new school gamers, the young guns, wondering how we ever managed to play with just a D-pad. Well, we did it, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, this is absolutely fucking atrocious, man. What an absolute 20 IQ thinker I am. Yeah, and with the Ms. Y and Mr. Y final boss fight, if you kill, let me think, Mr. Y first when he's in the machine, then Ms. Y will get into the machine. But he ends up always dying first. I'm not going to try and pinpoint one of them more than the other, because I just want to get it done. Because it is tricky, and there's a lot going on. And like I say, I do not know how to avoid his attacks when he's in the machine. I think there are a few YouTube videos, typically, as you can probably tell I've not watched them, giving tips on this game. Some are self-explanatory, some, well, they may be self-explanatory, but it's hard to actually do what they say in the videos, and then others are just balls hard for a casual player like me to do. But it's... Wow, she's doing that move a lot more than usual. Got a lot of early damage in on Mr. Y, though. That first phase is just like the fight when we faced off with him before at the end of Chapter 10. But here it is. Let's just have a listen at what's on the retro soundtrack here. The actual Mr. X fight, well, of course it is. Fucking badass, man. Yeah, that is pissing me off, game. You better believe that's pissing me off. But as we can see, the legs are coming down, and they're so... like... sporadic and all over the place. Maybe the top left here is a safe place to be and attack them. Rock on! When you do that attack as well, you don't hurt him much when he's in that machine. In fact, that was pretty much of a waste. Well, you can see, I wasn't in the top left there, and I got damaged immediately. The game just not fucking about. I got Mr. Y a bit there, Mrs. Y not at all. It looks like Mr.'s going to die first, which tends to happen. Yeah, I might be wrong, obviously, because I'm shit at this game, but it seems like top left is the area you need to be to avoid Mr. Y's attacks, at least. But then, of course, you've got Ms. Y with a lot of punishing, brutal, and unfair attacks at the same time. And we are going to lose a life any second here. Did I just get extra life? I think I did. Oh, that was bad. You see, now that first time was my fault. I was right under it. But that second time, I moved downwards and he still got me. So it doesn't seem to matter if you're moving vertically. He will get you. You've got to go left or right. I guess. I don't know. Oh, wow. What? Oh, there you go. You can actually seemingly stop her from getting in that if you pummel her with quick attacks. Ah, right. Now, okay, this is different. Oh, very different. So the strat that you had before has gone out of the window here. I can't imagine how nerve-wracking this is. If you're playing on harder difficulties or on arcade. Where it's truly game over if you die. But watch this for the greatest ending, ladies and gentlemen, in video game history. The first time I completed this game, I was like, wow, that was a good experience, but did they not think putting an ending in the game would be a good idea? I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think there's anything after the credits. That's just it. You get a few pictures here of the guys maybe after post-game completion, but pretty shitty ending if you ask me. And I believe this studio was a French-Canadian studio. Oui. And I've got to say, they did a solid job. Overall, this is a good return to the series. And my order is Streets of Rage 2, number 1, best game in the series. Then this, then 1, then 3. Sometimes I prefer the first game to this, but it all depends on what kind of experience you want. There's a lot more going on this game, obviously. But soundtrack-wise, this is a really good piece of music, the credits music. Not as good as the first two games. Some piece of music where I don't think it fits right. But some which definitely do. Gameplay, a lot of good new additions. Some annoying enemies, but the old games had annoying enemies as well. You've got to remember that the old games are frustrating at times. It's definitely intense playing this game, and it also hurts my fingers. Like, I played a lot of games, but this game hurts my fingers more so than most. But ladies and gentlemen, there it is. I'm certainly not going to be doing a playthrough with every single character. Maybe one day I'll do Streets of Rage 1 if I can ever manage to complete it and not be so shit at it. Whoa, there's Blaze taking a few items of clothing off. Not something I'm complaining about, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, next up on the channel, not sure what it's going to be. I've got a few ideas planned, but after a very quiet last 3 or 4 months on the channel, I'm going to be giving you guys a lot more content. And who knows, I might even get 1 view one day. But I won't bank on it. Glad I played as Cherry in this playthrough. Yeah, the credits, I don't think there's anything after them, after they finish. I don't want to skip them, but like, these are long credits. How many people worked on this game? John Marston? He's back! I can never actually remember. Is it Marsden or Marston? I think it's Marsden, isn't it? So it's actually a different name. Right, by this stage, I'm just being a little bit stubborn. Not the first time in my life. But I don't mean to disrespect the guys who made this game, but well, it was just quite surprising. It's more people worked on this game than I realised, and it's intriguing because there's some massive games where you think a lot has gone in on it, and it must be massive studios who've created the game, and it's actually not. And then sometimes it's the opposite. I guess because of the style of game that this is, they've got to write it all, draw it all, I should say. It's quite painstaking. Oh, Anfo Pants! Special Consulting Fans? Look at him! That's the guy who plays on Mania and speedruns it. He's always calling out the game and how shit it is, and he's actually in the credits. There are just certain people, and I'm one of them, like, at certain moments when I play video games, I can't be thoughtful and I can't use common sense. I've just got to go full moron. I've just got no reason in that moment. Holy shit, the time bonus. Give him the D. Obviously, I used the extra life there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Streets of Rage 4. Got more content to come soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.